I'm Barry Adams. I'm a reporter here at the Wisconsin State Journal. I've been in the State Journal newsroom since January of 2001, and part of my job sends me around the state of Wisconsin where I cover interesting people, places, and things, and a lot of businesses. One of my favorite stories that I reported on this year is a place called Superior Fresh. This is an aquaponics facility, one of the largest in the world, where they grow Atlantic salmon and they raise vegetables. So the salmon, their waste provides the nutrients that helps grow the vegetables. They're growing lettuce and spinach and leafy greens. What's really cool about Superior Fresh is that this is in the middle of farm country of rural Wisconsin, and it's kind of showing a different way to farm in the state of Wisconsin, where the dairy industry really has been decimated in recent years. We have a feature here at the Wisconsin State Journal called Know Your Madisonian. It's a long-time feature where we write profiles on people around the Madison area. Ka Lor is 39 years old, and he's a barber on University Avenue. He started his own shop back in December, and I was there in May visiting with Ka and learning about his life story. He lived for over 20 years in a refugee camp in Thailand. He's a Hmong refugee. His family came to the U.S. in the 1990s. He has his own business, and it's just a real uplifting story. Back in May, I traveled to Eau Claire. It was actually my second trip to Eau Claire in the last 7 years. In 2012, I went to Eau Claire to write about Justin Vernon, who's one of the leaders of Bon Iver, after he won a couple Grammy Awards. We did a story on the economic development of Eau Claire. We're talking new hotels, we're talking artist studios, we're talking the Pablo Center for the Arts, which is a $60 million performing arts center right on the Eau Claire River. In addition, there's two new hotels in downtown Eau Claire. Justin Vernon being the owner in one of those, or part owner in one of those, called the Oxbow Hotel. It's a 32-room boutique hotel, and they spent $4 million on this thing that was just a ramshackle hotel when they bought it. The story just really tells about the redevelopment of Eau Claire, which is really one of the great music cities of the Midwest and in Wisconsin, with their great marching bands, their jazz festival, and the Eau Claire's festival. Back in 2017, I went to central Wisconsin to Adams County to see the development of a golf course called Sand Valley. Thousands of years ago, there was a huge glacial lake, and that lake drained. It left behind huge deposits of sand. So these guys created a golf course. I went back this year because they've added now tennis. And we're not just talking regular courts, we're talking Wimbledon-type courts. This is one of the largest collection of grass tennis courts in the country. One of my absolute favorite stories that I did this year was a guy by the name of Lyle Lidholm. He's 87 years old, and I actually met Lyle back in 2013 when he was dismantling a log cabin in Watertown. And I actually knew of Lyle when I was growing up because we lived on 8th Street, and he lived on 7th Street right behind us. I really didn't know him, but I knew he was there. This year, though, Lyle contacted me and told me that he's taking a walk, and he's walking from the Horicon Marsh all the way down, following the Rock River, to the confluence with the Mississippi River. Heck of a walk, 320 miles. He's 87 years old. I visited with him in September when he was walking a stretch in Janesville. John Hart and I walked with him and talked with him. And it turns out he ended up finishing his whole trek back in late October.